Hey, I'm Danny Kraft, and I wanted to talk to you tonight about my philosophy of ministry. The number one thing in my mind when it comes to ministry is to be a servant. You've got to have that servant mindset that lets you be not too proud to do anything. Because I think about the scripture where Jesus washed his disciples' feet. That was one of the lowest things you could possibly do for a person. And when you think about him being the king of the universe, him not being so high that he couldn't stoop down and wash his disciples' feet, that's something pretty amazing to me. Also, quick story about the first year I ever worked youth camp. I was in college. There was a band. They were really, really great band. But the problem was the first morning that we all came down to have breakfast, they were the kind of band that said, you know what, if you need us, we'll be in the room or at the beach or whatever. They just came to play music and hang out at the beach. That was it. They didn't come to really contribute to the lives of the kids or help the staff out or anything like that. They just came to just do their thing and play and be seen, and that was it. So from then on, I decided I'm going to be that guy who is not too proud to do anything, whatever it needs being done. If it's the kids ministry needs help, or the youth ministry needs help, or the elderly ministry needs help, anything. I'm not going to be that guy who is not willing to do it. I'm going to take a humble approach to doing it. When we sing, you can take the greatest song on the CCLI charts or whatever, you can take that song and do it up and have the band just do it flawlessly, the choir sing an anthem flawlessly. But I want to take an approach and say, what is going to really prepare the people's hearts for the teaching, for the preaching time of the word? What is going to be something that is going to be, in other words, like a plow, and you're plowing the soul of their heart? What's going to be something that can be the best plow that we can use in order to prepare their hearts and get that message across? When it comes to excellence, I want to make it my personal goal to help anybody that I work with to strive for excellence musically and spiritually. You've got to have your act together spiritually, because if you don't, all you're doing is just playing music and entertaining people. You can get up there. In fact, I've been up there sometimes when I would be either leading worship or doing guitar supply or bass supply, keyboard supply, whatever you want to name, with some guy who would be like, I can do this, I can do that, I can do the other, and then I'm like, it's not about. I realize it's cool. I'm a worship leader. I love the cool stuff on the guitar. I love the cool keyboard stuff. That's awesome, and it's got its place. But it's not about doing the cool stuff on the guitar and the keyboard. It's about each musician contributing musically to the song. It's all about having the humility to say, this is where I fit in the music, and this is best for the song, which is best for the glory of God. For too long, I think we have been a church that is just happy and confined and safe within the box, so to speak, of our church. And in the last chapter of Matthew, we're commanded to go forth and take the gospel to all nations. And in the outreach portion of our community, I want to be the guy who is always mindful of whether I'm in the grocery store, if I'm in a restaurant, or wherever it may be. Let that side of Christ show forth, and not just, we're just content to be Christians and that's all we need. Because the Bible is very clear, I believe, that the lost people are not going to come to us. We've got to take the message to the lost people. And so whatever that looks like, if it looks like, musical outreach, if it looks like community outreach, or whatever it may be, I'm willing to be that guy who got that mindset of taking the gospel to everybody, not just keep it to ourselves. Why would you want to keep the greatest thing to yourself? I'm Danny. Thanks for watching. God bless.